The program you're about to watch is underwritten by Allergan. The views expressed therein are solely those of the doctors. Social media culture has had a huge impact on the way we look at others and ourselves. But with certain filters creating the illusion of perfection, the impact has not been a positive or realistic one. So we're talking about Snapchat and Instagram. Instagram's actually removing their surgical Fix Me feature as they were accused of fueling a mental health crisis in this country, especially among young women. So Sabrina, I understand you did a video yesterday that talks about your flawless skin. So let's take a look at that video.
Wow, this is ridiculous. I guess I can't even believe how blue my eyes look, how full my cheeks look, how flawless my skin looks. I mean, and this is someone who is basically doing lasers on her face like every 3 months. But this filter, I guess, is able to do even a better job.
So, Sabrina, let's hear some statistics.
It didn't look like you.
Let's hear
Right.
it.
So first of all, it doesn't even look like me. And that's the scary thing, right? That's fueling someone going into the dermatologist's office trying to change something, a feature that's not even real to achieve. And so in 2015, in the surgical literature, they found that about 42% of people were coming in to change something based on a selfie. That number rose to 55% in 2017.
Wow.
Who knows what it is today?
Right.
And this is just based on selfies. And what they reported people coming in the most for were nose jobs and facial asymmetry, which we know it's just not realistic.
Got it. Doris?
Well, the problem with this is that I see people taking pictures and selfies. What happens is you take a bunch of pictures that don't look very good, and then you get one that looks better than you. And so you keep on trying to take more and more pictures, so you keep getting that one that looks better than you.
Right.
And that is one of the biggest problems with it. So with these selfies, we have to find a way to help our patients see themselves realistically.
Yeah, it's such a terrifying trend. I mean, I think for over centuries, people have always emulated famous people, whether more recently, you know, the royalty service celebrities like Lady Di. We've had hairdos based on Farrah Fawcett. I myself had the skater Dorothy Hamill look.
I can't, as an African-American woman, I can't imitate Dorothy Hamill, but
But you know, so I mean, so it has been that way. But now to actually take a picture of yourself and alter your look is so contrary to everything about your identity
and who you
identify
and who we want to help patients. We want them to be
going
their
away.
best selves.
But let's just
Go
be
ahead, Ruth.
simple
What were you
about
gonna say?
Well, let's just be simple about
So
it.
when
When patients
the
come
other way.
in all day long to our offices and go, this side is deeper than that side, or this side is higher. And yes, we do measure things and we do want to make things slightly more symmetric, but not perfect. That's not what
Both
it's
sides
about.
of the face, I always tell my patients, are meant to be sisters, not twins.
Exactly. And it's very interesting.
Thank you,
They've taken
Candace.
celebrities and
Thank
put
you,
a zip
Candace.
down the middle of their face. And if you make them completely symmetrical,
don't look
sometimes they don't look as good as they do if they're slightly asymmetrical. What can people do that want to look a teeny bit more like their Instagram filter that's still healthy?
Right, and so I mean, I don't think I can accomplish what we just saw with that video, but I definitely think that what I do on my skin presently is I do an IPL, immediately followed by a clear and brilliant laser on the same day, and I do that about every 4 months, and then like a week after I do that, I'll do dermaplaning to kind of get that skin, those dead skin cells off, and that kind of gives you that glow. And it may not be a filter result, but it still gives you a really nice skin.
And I do a non-invasive resurfacing about 4 times a year. I do a peel once every 4 to 6 weeks. And I really keep on top of my cosmeceuticals, my sunscreen, my retinoids, and my growth factors, as well as a ton of other things. So I think we all can agree that we need to do our best to make sure that patients have realistic ideas in their head about what filters can and can't do, and what we can and can't do to improve how they look overall.
And we can do a lot.
And we can do a lot.
We can do a lot.
And I have a magic
We have a
wand.
little fairy dust that we sprinkle for our patients, so come see us for fairy dust.
Yes, when all else fails.
So let's talk about what filters actually do. They make the skin tone completely even. I think that we all
anime
agree.
creature.
And they look like an anime. I love
Right.
that. I love that. They make a nose smaller. They make your eyes bigger. They make whatever color you have of your eyes, like Sabrina,
I
more
look like
intense.
a cartoon though.
And then your lips
do.
look
You look like-
fuller.
Yeah,
I like the
you look like
ones though.
E.T.
There's ones that like put full makeup on you because I don't wear makeup every day. So sometimes I think it's fun to play, and it
Fine.
can be
Right.
fun to play. But I don't wear makeup every day because I don't want people to. I don't want to get used to being seen with makeup on. Because I remember having a friend in high school. She wore makeup every day. Then one day she came in without makeup. We all thought she had cancer. I mean, and she was still gorgeous. I mean, she
Right.
was beautiful, but you don't look like yourself. So it's not bad to go
Well,
without
no, and
makeup.
I think the best use for the filters are to try on different hair colors, or to try on different
Yeah,
lipsticks,
display.
to
Yes.
try on, to see what,
Lashes.
to see how
But
you
people
look.
are trying
how
on
you
different
look.
faces.
Yeah, but that's
and that's what's so
ridiculous.
scary.
Yeah.
And then I think Ruth wanted to comment. There are some like fix me features around the eyes.
It's a constant conversation in my
Right.
office. So everyone comes in as soon as they start to see wrinkles around their eyes. I
Right.
think it's time. I think I need to have my eyes done. And I constantly bring up pictures of my girl crushes, all the women I see on television or in movies that have heavy lids. And I go, even Katharine Hepburn, before she had her eyes done, her heavy lids were beautiful. So be careful, because we know as doctors, the orbit is getting bigger. So as soon as you take that skin out, the eye is going to look rounder
sinking
and
in.
And more sunken.
But this
more
this goes
sunken.
back to my feeling about signature feature, that everyone has something particularly
I love the
beautiful,
way you put that.
beautiful and memorable about them that you don't want to change. You just want to highlight or showcase it with this work. And so the actresses that have disobeyed this principle change their look, their career becomes over or compromised.
Ruth,
We all
And then
know
there's
who
a
they
lot
are.
of controversy on people that have had plastic surgery.
Right.
That's clear plastic surgery.
I know, but I'm going to disagree with you because I think that there is a point where we know those structural changes.
Of
We've
course.
studied them, and
Of
doing it
course.
carefully, well done. Just
Of
like we do what we do
course.
well, going to a great
But it's
surgeon
not
who
the
knows.
40-year-old who comes in and says it's time.
Sometimes
Usually,
it is.
occasionally it is. But the bottom line, I'm not talking about those people. I'm
Okay.
talking about the people that come in and really their eyes, they have a heavy lid, and that's their physiognomy. That's what they look like.
And that could be their
Right.
signature.
And-
that could
and
be their signature
genetically-
feature.
and
Their
It doesn't have to be
signature
that
feature.
heavy.
I think that what people, ladies, I think we all can say that what people come in with and what they're worried about cannot be fixed by an Instagram filter. And there's no magic wand in terms of what they can do at home and what we can do in the office to let them put their best face forward. So I think we
I
can
have it
all
all
agree
at my
on that.
disposal,
Right.
and you can see that I cannot get or replicate that kind of result with my skin. I can't replicate that result with my lips. I can't make my eyes any bigger because my bone structure is my bone structure.
Right.
And
But
so
Right.
what I worry
Right.
about the most, though, is this trend I've been seeing of sameness, where you see everyone looking like the same angular.
Right.
You can make those changes with fillers. You can make somebody more triangular or more square shape. And this year, or for these few years,
Right.
that shape. But next time it's going to be the
Exactly.
jaw. Now it's all about the jawline
jawline.
and making
The
it more
jaw.
square.
The jaw
So
chin.
it
Yeah, the
becomes
chin
like
thing.
it used to
Yeah.
be that
Right.
skirts were short, medium, or long, and now it's like face shape becomes a fashion
Yeah.
trend dictated by somebody beyond us, maybe a
100%.
celebrity, and we all
100%.
strive for that. But I really worry that people will grow up and not know what they ever look like instead of
Yes.
celebrating their own beauty.
It's a
So
class
ladies,
act to do it
I
well.
thank you so much for your opinions and your advice to everybody. You can't look like a filter. You need to look like your best version of yourself.
Yes.
Thanks so much. So remember, a big part of our industry is helping you look your very best. But at the end of the day, part of looking your best is feeling your best. And that means being confident and realistic about your expectations. No one is perfect, and frankly, it's those imperfections that are actually quite beautiful. Do you want to be part of our Derm Squad? Like us and subscribe to The Gist.